It's objectively not true. It's not. Dylan Harper is not better than De'Aaron Fox.
No. I said
because what you're trying to sell me.
Better in this playoff run.
The reason why this is getting my blood pressure up is because what you're trying to sell me is that if you take De'Aaron Fox off the floor, we got a better chance of winning with him than we got with this guy. I think the way AJ Mitchell's been playing, Ron, like he can neutralize what Harper does. Like if he can outplay Harper, because Harper's a huge boost for them coming off the bench. Y'all already know what people have been saying about Harper. Harper comes off the bench. He's a bucket getter. Not much of a distributor, but can distribute. In terms of being a defender, he can do that. I think AJ Mitchell, to your point, Ron, because I know how you feel about ballers, I think they point AJ Mitchell in Harper's direction and make a beeline to him. I think that I'm
excited to see that, Chill.
Yes, I think they point him right in his direction. That is your matchup. Not only do you have to slow him down, put him on his heels and keep him on his heels. Whenever you get the ball, go after him. Do not let him off the hook. Don't.
This potential series has a lot of good cross matches between elite defenders and great and elite offensive players. For instance, you just said Harper and AJ Mitchell. Obviously, Stephon Castle's going to pick up SGA. Then we're going to, on the flip side, we're going to see the Thunder throw their best defenders at De'Aaron Fox. So Casey Wallace will probably take De'Aaron Fox. Then you got Lou Dort guarding Stephon Castle, Chet and Wemby, who they guard. Like it's gonna be Keldon Johnson when he comes in.
This series?
What do you mean co-op?
Co-opt. Do too much.
So you think? So you think he with them too?
He needs to go if he do the same thing he's been doing a lot of these two series. He need to let Dylan Harper take the wheel. That's what he need to do.
Well, we can't. Well, here's the thing. I mean, he wasn't.
I'm tired of protecting this guy. I'm not going to keep doing this. He hasn't been good enough. That's objectively true. He's not been good enough.
That's not objectively true. That's not because he was. Okay, just because he didn't get busy.
Whole playoffs.
That's not true. He got busy in that Portland series. Stop the bullshit. That's just not true, Swiper. He's played good in that. He played good in that Portland series. Iced game. I want to say ice game 4. Yep, ice game 4 and ice game 4 and played well in game 5.
All right, Chill. I don't know of any other person, any other guard that I know of. You can say he's playing good, shooting 44% from the field and 31% from 3 and 72% from the free throw line.
Yep.
I've not heard of another guard shooting, let me repeat it, 44, 30, 72 for an entire playoff run, and you telling me they've been good. Yeah, and then on top of that, when there's a dude behind me, and Dylan Harper, that's clearly been better than me in majority of these playoff games.
Clearly he's been better? So, Swiper, what you're leaving out? So Swiper, what you leaving out? I'm not going to say clearly better. What you leaving out, because you bring up the number of 44% in its entirety, what you're leaving out is what he's done throughout the course of games. Like, you're leaving out, okay, what happened in that Trailblazer game, Swiper, in game 4? When they were down 18.
Why do we go to individual games? I'm talking about the whole playoff run.
What are we talking about? Because
he had a good game. He had 2 good games. That's good. He did. Yes.
In two of those good games, those 2 good games that he had,
they were good games.
No, they weren't just good games, Swiper. They iced the series.
He's not been. Has he been better in the playoffs than Dylan Harper? Has he been better in the playoff? Has he been better in the playoff than Dylan Harper?
Has he been better in the playoffs than Dylan Harper? In the Portland Trailblazer series, he was better than Dylan Harper.
I said in the playoffs. Dylan Harper this playoffs is at 14 on 5 rebounds, 2 assists on 55, 38,
in
80,
limited
80,
minutes.
80, 85 splits. What do you mean?
In limited minutes.
25 minutes a game is limited? He's played 25 minutes a game is limited?
Yes, that's rotation minutes. That's not a guy. And by the way, Swipers, let's not make it sound like he's playing 25 straight minutes. He's playing 5 minutes here. He's playing 8 minutes here. He's not playing 25 straight minutes. What are you doing? And when is he coming into the game?
25 straight minutes.
You just said 25 minutes. That's still
playing 25 minutes a game.
Okay, 25 minutes. So 5 minutes here, 4 minutes. Think about when he's coming into the game. Think about what we're doing when he's coming into the game. What are you doing, man?
So has he been better than De'Aaron Fox over this playoff run or no?
Not better than De'Aaron Fox.
No, has he played better in the playoffs than De'Aaron Fox?
He played better in the series than De'Aaron Fox has.
In the whole playoffs,
no,
I'm asking.
In the whole playoffs. No, he has not. He played better. He played better in this series.
I've realized there's nothing that I can tell any of you about De'Aaron Fox that you'll ever listen to.
That's not true at all, Swiper.
Ever. No. Dylan Harper has absolutely been better offensively. That's not even a question. That's not even a question. I'm watching all these same games that we're watching. I'm watching them all. I'm watching Dylan Harper also in the fourth quarter. I watched him go crazy. I'm watching him in the third quarter take over the game.
And I'm
watching him apply pressure constantly.
We also saw De'Aaron Fox do the same thing.
No, he's not. Chill. There's a massive. So chill. If one player is shooting just raw, because I know you don't like to get into some of the advanced stuff. Raw numbers.
Sure.
55, 38, 85. And the other player, same role, 44, 31, 72. There's a massive efficiency difference. Like a huge one. You don't think that means anything?
Yo, this PC Ron here.
This is Chilltown Hoops.
Yo, this is Drench Man, not the French man.
Mars here.
This is Swiper.
Yo, this is Big Ox.
I want to start by showing love to everybody that rocks with PC.
We appreciate y'all, whether you catch every episode.
Catch the clips, jump in the chat, or just support from a distance.
We see all of it.
We put a lot into this, a lot of time, a lot of energy.
And a lot of love. And we do it because we really care about giving y'all dope content and building the best sports community out there.
But if we being real, the way we can keep growing this thing and make more content, have better productions, more live events, more PC weekends, more meetups, all of that stuff.
It's through memberships.
The support really helps us keep this thing moving.
So if PC has ever been a part of your day,
Helped you get through work,
Made you laugh.
Made you mad?
Or just gave you somewhere to tap in with people who really love the game.
go check out the memberships tiers and see which one works best for you.
We're here every day doing this.
And with y'all behind us,
We can keep taking this to another level.
tap into the membership.
And let's keep building this thing, baby. PC to the top with you. Let's do it.
I do think
Over the course of the whole playoff run?
I do think it means something over the course of the whole playoff run. But what I'm not, where the divide is between you and me is you're leaving out the importance of what De'Aaron Fox has done throughout the playoffs. Also, you're just looking at it from a shooting standpoint.
No, I'm
That's
not.
it.
I've watched all these games, and I'm saying that that's also why I'm saying that's also why I'm saying he hasn't been better than Dylan Harper. I'm also saying that's why. I'm saying one player is more effective than the
Dylan
other.
Harper's been a better bucket getter than him in the playoffs.
Just a better offensive player.
So he's been a better distributor than him. He's been a better passer than him.
offensive player. He's been a better offensive player. Yes, offensive player. He's meant
you,
more to their offense than he has. Yes.
That's
yes.
just not.
Okay, so chill. I'm just gonna go. I know this is not your favorite thing in the world. I'm just gonna go straight to some of the actual like on-off stuff, just offensively.
This is
Dylan Harper in this playoff run, they're a plus 12 with a 116 offensive rating.
Sure.
With them on.
Yep.
Okay. They're a plus 9.5 with a 116 offensive rating with De'Aaron Fox on. Cool.
Yep.
So it's plus 12, plus 12.
Yep.
But the same thing, and again, I know Glad Ox isn't here. I'm not saying that this means anything. I'm just listen to.
Yes. I'm following.
They're 19 points better when De'Aaron Fox is off the floor this playoffs.
They're 19
points better. They're 12 points better with Harper off. Again, that's just the stabilizing thing. When Harper is on the floor without De'Aaron Fox, they have a 116 offensive rating and a 96 defensive rating. They're a plus 19.6.
Do you think that has anything to do with Wemby? Do you think that has anything to do?
Of course, but the same thing
right.
would apply to Fox. The same thing would apply to Fox.
Right.
The same thing would apply. So why is Fox not? Why are Fox's numbers not better if he's playing with Wemby? If Dylan Harper's numbers are better when he's playing with Wemby?
But they were. They're not.
Though.
Okay. They're once again. He's playing in a shorter time. That's number one. He's coming in the game in different times than De'Aaron Fox.
He's closing a lot of these games.
And De'Aaron Fox closed games. So what were the numbers when De'Aaron Fox?
So in the fourth quarter the other day, Chill, when we were watching
to the
that
series
game,
right here that we're talking about right now.
Remember in the fourth quarter of that game that Wemby got
series.
thrown out, and I brought that up to you the next day, and you didn't like it, and Ox just said, well, he's just missing shots. And I said, I don't like the defense he played either. Dylan Harper was the engine that was getting them in, like maintaining the lead or getting them back into the game. De'Aaron Fox took over the offense, and then it dissipated. Because they started treating Dylan Harper like number one option.
And that's been going, and that's been what this is the problem that I'm having with you, Swipe. But the problem that I'm having with you is that you're talking about the playoffs in its entirety, yet you're leaving out the playoffs in its entirety.
I'm not.
Like, yes, you are, because why didn't you bring up what happened in the Portland Trailblazers series?
I think that's a good series, but I said the whole playoffs.
It's which is part of the playoffs.
I agree with you. But I've asked who's been better in the playoffs in the entirety. Is what I said.
I think that Dylan Harper has been better in this series. I think Dylan Harper has been better in this series specifically.
Do you think
he was also great in Game 3 against the Trailblazers? That was him and Castle had that amazing Game 3.
Who?
Him and Castle had that amazing game 3 against the Trailblazers where they both went crazy.
Him who? Dylan Harper?
Harper and Castle.
Sure. Harper and Castle. Right. And like I said, he's been playing, but he's I think Dylan Harper has played better in this series, in this Minnesota series. I think Harper has played better. I think De'Aaron Fox played better than him in that series against the Trailblazers.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with both. But I do want to ask you guys, instead of really like debating on who was better in the past, who do you guys think is not just more important tonight,
Harper.
but more so looking into this Thunder
Harper.
series?
Harper.
So you think Harper's going to be more important in the Thunder
Harper.
series than De'Aaron?
Harper. Yeah, Harper. De'Aaron's about to see coverages that I don't think he's gonna have. He's gonna have a very, very difficult time with.
So a rookie who has never seen anything like
who's
this.
more explosive, who's more explosive than he is, getting more paint touches
So
than he is,
and is
a better shooter.
You think he's a better not offensive?
I think in this playoff run,
offensive player. I'm saying that. So he's a better downhill guy than De'Aaron Fox, which I completely
in this playoff run, he's been getting more paint touches than him. So with him getting more paint touches, you think that he's going to be able to do that against that Oklahoma City defense? Better than Fox will be. Yeah, I
better
think
than Fox. So you think he a better ball handler and a better?
No, I think Fox is going to be running. I think Fox is going to have more issues running into Lou Dort and Kaysen.
Why would Dylan Harper not have these even more issues?
I've been watching Dylan Harper in this series. Well, one of the reasons Fox is struggling is because of that same thing with ball pressure. It's the same thing. Dylan's just better at it in this series. It might be better at next series.
Well, might be better at it, even though
he's doing better right now.
But we've seen Dylan Harper against. I mean, we just saw him against Drew Holiday, and he was getting paint touches.
So was Dylan though.
Wasn't doing it like.
Do you realize even in that series, Dylan was. I think the issue is Chill's like Dylan wasn't more in the background in that series because he was like getting his feet wet a little bit. Dylan was still excellent in the Portland series, and then he's been even better in the Wolves series versus a better defense and more pressure.
And De'Aaron Fox was excellent. Also,
he was good. He was very good. He was very good. He was very good. I'm agreeing with you.
I say that to go up against this Oklahoma City team. There's going to be less one-on-one opportunities for both of these guys. There's going to be more. There's going to be a lot more DHOs. There's going to be a lot more pick and dive stuff because it's hard to beat guys of those caliber. Lou Dort, Alex Caruso. Line all of the defenders up. It's going to be hard to beat these guys one-on-one off the dribble. And on top of that, it's way different in the paint with Klingon and Rudy Gobert and Naz Reid than it is with Chet. And
wouldn't that aid the person that's been scoring better versus those players in general?
And Robert Williams. Robert Williams was also in that Trailblazer series. Can't forget him. He was amazing.
Robert Williams was also in that Trailblazer series. Sure, but what I'm saying is we've seen Dylan. I've seen De'Aaron Fox get busy as a downhill guy, as a finisher, as a mid-range guy, as a mid-post guy.
He hasn't been able to hit. He's not been a great mid-range shooter this year either. The whole season.
Okay, he might not have been a great mid-range shooter, and neither
has Dylan playoffs.
Neither has Dylan Harper. But Dylan
is scoring better from him than everywhere on the floor in the playoffs. He is. I'm saying objectively, he is.
Objectively not true. It's not. Dylan Harper is not better than De'Aaron Fox.
No, I said
because what you're trying to sell me.
Better in this playoff run.
The reason why this is getting my blood pressure up is because what you're trying to sell me is that if you take De'Aaron Fox off the floor, we got a better chance of winning with him than we got with this guy.
In this series, yes.
They didn't in the first round.
Absolutely. But guess what? This is the issue. I already gave that to you. That Fox was
that part. You want to talk about the playoffs in its entirety, but you don't want to talk about the playoffs in its entirety.
Guess what? That's cool. Guess what? Harper was still very good versus the Portland Trailblazers.
And De'Aaron Fox was
good.
And De'Aaron Fox was better, which is part of the playoffs.
Go ahead, Drago.
I want to say I think how Fox plays might be more important to them. I think we saw that in the Christmas Days game. If you remember that, he was really good in that game. Got to mid-range, got his.
We lost him.
Mr. Drago?
We lost him.
Damn, Drago, you got dropped. Oh, okay. You back.
Did I just cut out?
Yeah, you cut out. You said we heard you talk about in the Christmas game series or in the Christmas Day game.
Hey, Drago.
De'Aaron Fox was really good in that game. Like got to the mid-range, got all the way to the rim, collapsed defense. I think what Dylan Harper gives more off than Fox is he's a better off-ball player, and he's really good at playing off of Wemby. Like off of these Wemby drive, you've seen a couple of Wemby's dishes go to Harper. Harper is also maybe like now the best transition guard in the league. Like when he's on the break, he is so crafty on the break right now. And I just want to ask a question. Can you remember any rookie point guard being this poised and this controlled?
Yeah,
I would
Magic.
say maybe since like Magic.
Yeah, Magic.
I can't remember in the playoffs.
Yeah, Magic. Rookie point guards in the playoffs. Yeah, Magic.
Hey Drago, just by the way, Drago, because I know obviously you're a little bit stats merchant. Drago in this Dylan Harper in this playoff, he's shooting 67% in the restricted area. He's shooting about 43% from the mid-range area, and then he's shooting 37% from three, 40% above the mid-break, break. De'Aaron Fox in the same run is shooting 54% at the rim. Now he's shooting 55.6% on 10 of 18 from mid-range, but then he's shooting 30% from three on above the break. And then at the rim, like massive gap. Now, 10 of 18 versus 3 of 7. So like, obviously De'Aaron Fox taking a lot more attempts in that area. But some of this is also too, it's just like at the premium spots chill in the playoffs, Dylan's just been better than him. Like some of these plays. Now that doesn't mean it can be different in the Thunder series. Maybe it is different in the Thunder series. Maybe there's a switch and it doesn't work. But I'm saying it feels for me at this point when I'm watching the Spurs, I'm just like when Dylan's out there and it's like Stephon Castle and Wemby and like Keldon Johnson, like, yeah, I mean, either way, we're glad to have them all. We're glad to have them all. That's
Actually, we're not, because all I hear is what I'm hearing is that De'Aaron Fox shouldn't be playing.
I didn't. Not one person said that.
As much, he shouldn't be playing as much as Dylan Harper, because I literally just heard you talk about how much better they are objectively, how much better they are objectively with Dylan Harper on the floor with Wemby than they are with De'Aaron Fox on the floor.
Well, they have been better
objectively. So when I hear stuff like that, that tells me objectively this dude should be playing more than this dude, because we're better when this dude.
Well, you know how roles and contracts and age works. Like he's a rookie,
and I'm glad you brought that part
up.
He's a rookie, right? But you know why that's important, because when we bring up also the stuff that you literally just said. The stuff that you literally just said about above the break stuff. Do you know how shot selection works? Do you know how in the game, how transition works? The time of the game, when Dylan Harper is getting these shots, when De'Aaron Fox is getting these shots, how he's creating these shots, who's creating these shots for him? Is he creating these shots for himself?
Dylan Harper is creating his own shots, yes.
And so is De'Aaron Fox.
So is De'Aaron Fox.
When is this going on?
One of them is doing it better than the other. That's what I'm saying.
Once again, so it sounds to me like
doesn't mean he doesn't need to play.
Then
I didn't say
why is
that
he on the floor, Swiper? Why?
Because he's still a valuable player. I'm saying one of them is just playing better than the other. That's all I said.
If one is playing better than the other, and he's and by the way, the 25 minutes, which is not 25 straight minutes, it sounds to me.
Why would that? Why? Who's ever said that though? Like who?
You literally
who's ever
brought
said,
up the 25 minutes, Swiper.
But why would you say anybody's ever played 25 or 34 straight minutes?
I was actually getting to that point. So the 25 minutes that he's playing, how productive he is. If we increase those minutes, how much better would he be for us?
It's a bit Manu Ginobili like. It's like Manu Ginobili, like when Manu was just playing all out, all of his like 28 minutes.
And how much better was he? And,
exactly.
and how much better? Okay, so with him being better than, I don't know, whoever was playing in front of him, wasn't he playing more? And were they better?
Yeah, I think it's also just they want to mix up their punches.
Why? Why are we doing that? What are we doing that for? We got the young guy. We got the other young guy here in Castle. We got the young guy, the big guy. Why don't we just get rid of the old guy?
Because you need as many ball handlers as possible that can create advantages.
So why are we talking about him being better then?
I do.
Why are we doing that? Because all you're doing is phasing him out.
It's a note.
So let's not waste time with that. Let's just get him out.
You're not phasing Harper out. Actually,
that's exactly what you're doing.
One of them is just doing the job.
He's saying phase Fox.
That's exactly what you're doing. Why do we even have him here?
No, I'm just saying one of them.
Next year, Fox is probably going to be out. But right now they're in the playoff series, so. Like right now, they have.
You need all three. It matters that you're going to face OKC.
Did we not literally just see? What's today? Friday. Did we not literally just see Monday? Ron, what happened to Jalen Duren?
Got his ass put on that bench.
So if Paul Reed, let's say for the sake of argument, Detroit wins that game, and Paul Reed keeps playing like that. Do we increase his minutes, and do we now keep phasing?
Well, depends on the next series.
Paul Reed's going to play more minutes tonight for sure.
Right, and what my point is why are we wasting time? Because this sounds to me like a fit thing. And
No,
if
it's
Dylan
not.
Harper,
You need as many
if
people
Dylan
who
Harper
can create
fits,
advantages,
if
though,
Dylan
Jill,
Harper
like-
fits better, if he fits better than what we got going on, because you just told me you don't think he's a better player. You think
I
that
said he's not playing better. Is
No,
what I
that's what I'm
said.
talking about. That's what I mean. Swab. You don't
No, I
think-
did
you don't
not.
think-
Better
you
player.
don't-
De'Aaron
you
Fox
don't
is a
think-
better player. I'm saying
Right, you
playing
don't
better in
think
this
he's a
playoffs.
better player. So if he's playing better and he fits better, right? If he's playing better and he fits better, the young guy. I got another young guy over here. I got the big guy who's also a young guy. Then I got Devin Vassell, who's another young guy.
Yep,
Why
great
don't we
player.
start? Why don't we start the process? Why
In the
are
middle
we
of the
wasting time
playoffs?
with this?
Why would you do that in the middle of the playoffs?
Because we're winning. Because according to you, literally just told me, Swiper, that the on-off minutes with Dylan Harper on the floor, we're
Yeah,
winning.
but you need both
with
of them
him.
though. Like
No,
that's
we
the whole
don't.
point.
Because
You-
you
Chill.
literally just told me
Who got you? Who made you like this?
everything
No
that
one's
you
ever
just-
said it has to be
But
all.
objectively,
And nobody said it has to be all or none.
No,
That's not
Swiper,
the way-
you
that's
just
not the way
said
it works.
objectively.
Chill.
when he's on
You
the
need
floor,
all of
they're
them. If
better.
you don't. Chill. How
Just
about
told
this?
me that.
How about this? You need Vassell, who's a great player, by the way, who you never talk about because you hate him. You
No, I
need
like Devin
Stephon Castle. You need De'Aaron Fox. You need Dylan Harper. You need Keldon Johnson. You know why? Because they can all dribble and they can all penetrate. You also need Harrison Barnes. They're all good players. And then you add Wemby and then Luke Cornett. You need all of these players to keep up, to be able to create advantages. And to that way, you can't be schemed against consistently.
man.
For instance, Chill,
We're
you like Jamal Murray. What happened when Jamal Murray ran out of gas and he couldn't get by Jaden McDaniel? Who else could they give the ball to? Tyus Jones? The Wolves saying we won. That's good for us that Tyus Jones has the basketball. In this instance, if De'Aaron Fox and Dylan Harper and Devin Vassell and Stephon Castle are all doing different things with the basketball, then you need all of these players to be successful. And then when you put that around me, the best player in the world, Victor Wembanyama, you damn near unguardable.
Fair enough.
That's why you need him.
It's the panel. Religion get built on cam. Where the chat throw smoke and the host go ham. You ain't never seen hoop talk hit the raw. Every take got weight, every night we drop. This that barbershop. Courtside, worldwide tone. Welcome to the only show that really feel like numbers jumping like the score.